What is up, y'all? Here we are at Intras.net. Welcome. We are about to interview two of the brightest, biggest minds in this industry. One is going to be Randy, who has the vision of it all. Another is going to be Jordan, who has the technical aspects of it all. And we are blending everything that everybody gets together with Indra's Warehouse. Here we go. Coming to, ow!
Well, we have so much to talk about these days. I mean, it's, the media is a constant source of energy that people feed on. And in the past, it's been something that we trusted, that was part of entertainment and how we get our news. And especially recently, we have woken up as a society to realize that it's crafted and connected to marketing for major corporations that don't always have our best interests in mind.
Well, thus far, what I've heard you say is media and past.
The media and the past.
And
I would say pair those two together and just leave it there.
And this is like drawing a line.
And let's draw that line together, because we have
all this good stuff that you're telling me about.
We have brand new beginnings in our society. We're claiming our independence, and we're claiming our human value by owning our own content. And that's one of the things that I really want to make sure that people are aware of, that as a human being, you are a creator. And the things that we create, whether it is our opinions on an article, or the paintings that we create, or the expressions, the research and information that we do as a culture is so important. It is our legacy. It is our art. And so it's so important that everyone wake up in a way to own your own human value and determine for yourself, what do you align with? What do you want in your life? As what kind of energy do you want? What kind of friends do you want? What kind of activities are you in support of? And really claim that. And I feel like the internet and the 4D all have this accessibility where we are allowed to educate ourselves. We can find out anything we want.
To no end.
To no end.
Yeah. One thing I saw in the Indra's plan is everything is all going to be 100% available.
Well, we want all of the videos to be available that people determine are important for sharing, so that we can learn how to have sustainable communities. We can learn how to educate our.
In a nutshell, Josh told me this. Indra said, we are building a media platform for people to build and discuss regenerative solutions. So, in a nutshell, it's almost like, instead of building a marketing campaign, is building stuff for the people that will last and perpetuate itself.
Yeah, I mean, I feel on a personal level, through the years, and I guess I've been really focusing on world improvement and art as a collective and collaboration for about a decade.
Okay.
And in general, you can become part of a class and become part of that body of knowledge, or you can search on the internet and just kind of mix and match your own ideas. And I've got lots of playlists on YouTube because I was trying to learn about a different subject. And So our intent is to allow people to focus on co-creation and co-creation of our world and of sustainable projects, sacred technology, food and gardening, health and wellness, like spirituality, all of the most important topics that we are interested in, and we're going to have it as a wheel, the co-creation wheel.
Okay, may I interrupt?
Oh, sure. Go ahead.
Because one thing I heard you say is all the stuff that that we find important. I don't remember your words, but it's like, this is the stuff that's important to us. This is the stuff that matters in my life. So this is the kind of stuff that is being taken to the channel. Most people that will build a channel and create all the marketing methods and the audience, and how are we going to get this to the people, and how are we going to get our revenue come back. But no, this audio, this platform right here, this station, this Indra's Warehouse, is about getting to you the stuff that is important to us in our daily life. It's not the stuff about how to make profit, how to make money. It's like, here's what changes my life and my daily habits, and this is the kind of stuff that we want to get to the people.
Yeah, largely I feel like we are the generations that have to do it for ourselves. You know, we have to claim our own sovereignty. We have to organize ourselves and provide our own governance according to what our values are, while everything is in transition. And I feel like we need each other. We need the information from each other so that we can continue to share this information as quickly as possible, and so that we can send it out all over the world. Even, you know, if we hear one thing about Bjork's work in Iceland, or what's happening in Britain right now, there are major shifts happening on the planet, and they're happening so fast that you know, it's a 100th monkey mind kind of thing. If we know it's possible, then more people will be determined to take up their own power.
Yeah. So on a devil's advocate, why not just turn on the news? Why can't people just turn on the news? I mean, I know that's kind of a rhetorical question, but that question itself kind of answers it.
I appreciate you asking that question, because we've all grown up with television shows and the news, and you got so many sources. Surely one of them's telling you the truth, right? But unfortunately, we have been lied to. We've been lied to. We've been under a spell. Tell a vision. They're telling us a vision of extreme angst, panic, fear. You gotta do this, you gotta buy that, you gotta, you know, go with this fad.
Okay.
You know, and
well, let's just cut that
empty
off right now and say, if I were to go home today and apply one thing from Indra's to change my daily life, what one thing would you suggest somebody to start doing?
Oh, I have so many things. How can you say one thing? One thing as far as an idea that I would love to impart into my people is to recognize that, just like the visible spectrum of the rainbow, we can only see a short bandwidth.
Yeah.
But there's all kinds of other light that exists. And it's similar that, you know, when you're living your daily life and you're in your own person and your perspective, you can only see so far. But when you have the perspective of one another, just like Indra's net and the multiple mirrors mirroring each other, where if one person is inspired, if one person is changed, then the others feel and see that.
Yeah.
And everything is changed. And so I would say that, you know, there's just so much amazing science and art to be combined, and it's more and more fun when you gather together to, you know, even just 2 or 3 people just to discover something. I think that's what we're about, discovering ourselves and expressing the art that we are.
Yeah. I remember when I discovered a new something new to me, I started going in that direction, and I went very far because it was inspiring to me, because that's what's interested me, is because that's what I wanted. And in me going so far, I actually made some breakthroughs and was able to bring that back to people. Mm-hmm. So.
And you may know volumes more than you're able to express, but the willingness to express even a little bit to one another, I think that's the gold, you know.
Yeah.
That's what's really valuable, and then you can find out.
Yeah, because honestly, my depth of knowledge on specific subjects is so far separated from the norm that it's hard for me to have that conversation from the norm. It's just, here in Indra's Warehouse, we've got all these different subjects. I would take one subject and I would just go far with it. So it's almost like Indra's Warehouse. Here's a place where you can say, hey, this dude knows about that. I think I'll get that one.
Oh, yeah.
So that's kind of what came to my mind.
It excites my people brain.
Yes, yes.
We all know somebody who's the expert in something.
Yes,
and,
yes.
You know, when you actually can ask that person for their expertise, they're usually pretty happy to give it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
To really to look up to your fellow friends who are all, you know, they've spent years studying and they might have a degree or they might have been, you know,
so
in
let
their
me
own program, and it's like we can borrow each other's mantle. We can borrow each other's awareness of a whole body of knowledge. Like, I know I've learned so much from you just being around you.
Yeah, likewise. And there's been some things that piece of information I've gotten from being here and around you that have just taken me very far. So that is priceless. That is priceless product.
Teaching me about throwing energy prayers and clearing space, and
we all have our expertise.
We are basically right. I mean, we're liquid crystal computers. we are structured.
How often do you hear that? But it's true. It's true. I mean, here we have a mind thinking completely different than the norm. Maybe that's what we need.
Well, we have experts in our community like Sonia Sophia, who's doing EFT tapping, and you know, it's reprogramming ourselves. We don't have keys, we have a body, and it's reprogramming our affirmations and our awarenesses of what are our beliefs, because when we change our beliefs, we start acting in a different way.
Yeah.
And a lot of the beliefs that people have in our culture are developed from a long series of imprints from media. You know, I actually suffered from an eating disorder because I was in this world of confusing.
And that is not what this media station is about. That is not what this platform is about. That is not the purpose of Indra's Warehouse. It's actually completely opposite.
We have to do something different, and it's not just television. It's social media. You know, social media.
Okay, so I heard a joke. He said nowadays we laugh at politicians and listen to comedians. So
that's hilarious. But it's so true.
But let's get back to the purpose of this platform, this Indra's Warehouse, this media site. This is what I would say, hub to genuine information.
Mm-hmm. I consider the people who have been creating, you know, like esoteric studies or festival culture, you know, within a great celebration of music and frequency, you have all of these really expert professionals who are asked to speak. And it's a great way to get information and to get the spark of something new that's fresh and about a holonic earth. And we aren't meeting so much these days, and it's been a time where the whole world has stayed focused enough to wake up, and it's a precious moment for all of us to have had to stay home. It's a precious moment for all of us where everyone on the planet is home.
Yeah.
Like, everyone on the planet is home right now. And we're given this space. You can look at it however you want. You can look at it as, oh, we're oppressed, it's terrible, you know. Yeah, there may be some really awful times, but I feel like it's, you know, it's better now than later, you know. Wouldn't we like to wake up now and start taking control of our own destiny and
Yeah.
allowing freedom of speech, freedom of, we have all of our rights basically can be taken away like that. But it doesn't stop creators from creating, I think a lot of beautiful, really intelligent art is going to be born out of this time on our planet. It's just like...
Yeah.
Everybody needed this kind of break, I think.
I agree. It is transition.
I don't
it is
think
transition.
anybody really took it as a break either. It's like, okay, what are we going to do now?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. A couple people are still in the minds of when's it going to get back to normal. They're going to be left behind. Things are changing. Things have changed. They are not going back to the way they are. We are in a new realm. And where we go with this.
It helped me remember skills that I had not been using.
Yeah.
It helped me remember, okay, if everyone's going to be in need of antiviral help, I need to start my ozone machine back up and start making ozone oil. And, you and I have been delving into the GANS water and making electromagnetic vortexes for health. And I feel like it's just regenerating a lot of people to DIY. And the DIY scene is really where it's at.
What's DIY?
Do it yourself.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, do it yourself. So
That's
I feel
true.
like all of these videos that we're inviting these content creators who are filming themselves. They have a vision for what they want to teach, and that's the purpose of our channel, to show people, like, look at all this information that can help you to become a happier and healthier human being.
Yeah.
And it's convenient too that we can share it among teams, because really it's probably going to take a team to do any project worthwhile. And that's one of the central points of our game is to and initially the Indra's Media playlists, so that we can start creating those lists with all of our friends. And just, we all have a few videos that are, near and dear to us, as far as something that just like cracked your mind right open and helped you build that thing you wanted to build.
A couple of videos that just like, think.
I would love to hear about your playlist.
Okay. We'll get there in another video. Okay.
Let's find out what. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. All right. Indra's a warehouse. We'll see you on the next video.